Hello everyone, my name is Amin and I will be your online English teacher. So we have prepared for you a set of activities that we hope is beneficial. So before we start our tasks or activities, I have a very important announcement to make. So إليكم الآن التعليمات الواجب اتباعها عند مشاهدة هذا التسجيل. أولا، عندما أقدم لكم التمرين من الضروري أن تضغطوا على زر pause لتوقيف الفيديو، وبعد الانتهاء من حل التمرين واصل المشاهدة بالضغط على زر play. ملاحظة هامة: عند توقيف الفيديو في تمرين ما يمكنكم الرجوع إلى الكراس أو الكتاب لمراجعة الدرس. أيضا يمكنكم استعمال قاموس أو تطبيق هاتفي للبحث عن معنى الكلمة. Now, let's start our tasks together. Hello everyone, so welcome in lesson number 4. Alright, let's get to it. Practice activities. Task number 1. Which civilization do the pictures represent? So we have these 4 pictures. Look at the first picture, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. I'm sure you know it. I'm sure you've seen it. Yeah, what is it? Absolutely right. It is the ancient Egypt civilization. All right. Now let's see, what does each picture represent. Let's start with the first one. Take a good look at the first picture. Yeah, at the construction. Where have you seen this? I'm sure you've seen it in the lesson, in your book, in a movie. Look. Yeah, this is it. These are pyramids. Okay, these are pyramids. All right. Now let's move on to the next pic or to the next picture or the second picture. So what do you see here? What are they doing, these guys? Yeah, I'm gonna help you out. It's a river, but how do we call the river in Egypt? Yeah, this is the Nile River. All right. Nice. Okay, let's move on to the third picture. So what do you see here? First of all, look. Look. Okay, I'm gonna help you out. So this is the leader of the Egyptian civilization. So how do we call it? Yeah, this is it. It's the pharaoh. All right, it's the pharaoh. Now let's see the fourth picture. So what do you see here? Okay, I'll give you a little clue. Okay, this is the pharaoh, but is he alive? No, he's not alive. So what did ancient Egyptian people do or used to do when the pharaoh dies? Yeah, absolutely. It's the mummification. Okay, they mummified the dead. Okay, good job, guys. So let's see the second activity. All right, task number 2. Read the text and underline the quantifiers in it. Quantifiers, quantity. So, so in this short paragraph, you have some quantifiers in this very paragraph, okay, that you need to underline. Okay, remember quantifiers, quantity. Okay, all right. So because it's a short text and it might contain some words that you don't really understand. So again, I'm going to remind you that you can check in your dictionaries or your phone application the meaning of the word that you don't understand. Okay, all right. So I hit the pause button. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to think about it, and I'll see you after. Now let's check your answer. So I'm going to remind you that what you are going to do is to read the short paragraph and identify the quantifiers, of course, and then highlight them or underline them. Okay? All right, so let's start. So ancient Egypt is one of the oldest civilizations that had existed. Egyptians were able to build a lot of pyramids. What? A lot of pyramids. Okay. Yes, absolutely. The first quantifier, a lot. Okay. So a lot of pyramids and for many lands, many lands. Yeah, so this is the second quantifier. Okay, well done. So I'm gonna go again. Egyptians were able to build a lot of pyramids and for many lands along the Nile River. They flourished because they had a strong military system which offered much protection, much protection. Yeah, the third one. Okay, well played. Okay, so much protection for the population. That is why just few people, just few, okay? Not many people, few people. Okay, so yeah, few. Okay, nice. Really good. So just few people died in most of the battles. When the king, like a pharaoh, dies, they used to mummify his body and put some of his personal things in his tomb. Yeah, some, okay, some of his personal things, okay? Not all of his personal things, just some of his personal thing, okay, in his tomb. They believed that he would use that little wealth in his next life. What did I just say? That little wealth, yeah, that little wealth. This is little wealth. This is the last fuck. They believed that he would use that little wealth in the next life. So, yeah, okay. So that's little wealth, okay? And this is the last quantifier present in this short paragraph, all right, or short text. Okay, really proud of you. Okay, well done. So let's move on. All right, so now let's move on and see the next task. Task number 3. Classify the quantifiers below in the Venn diagram. Okay, so you're going to classify or go into order. All right, so what are these quantifiers? We have seen them before, right? So we have some, we have many, we have much, we have few, little, and finally, a lot of. Okay, so what are you going to do? You are going to classify these quantifiers in the right category. And here we have 3. We have either with countable nouns. If they are countable, we can count, 1, 2, 3. Okay, or with uncountable nouns. Okay, they are not countable, they're uncountable, like money. We cannot say give me 1 money, 2 money. We cannot say that. All right, they are uncountable. And here it's with both. Okay, it can be both actually countable and uncountable. Is that okay? All right, I hope it's clear. So again, I will leave you to it. I'll give you like a couple of minutes to think about it. And don't forget to pause the video, and I'll see you afterwards. Now let's check your answers. Okay, so we have here 6 quantifiers. Okay, much, many, a lot of, some, few, and a little. Okay. So we said that you need to categorize them. Okay, so these quantifiers can be used either with countable nouns, with uncountable nouns, or the third category with both countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, let's start with the first one. So much, yeah, absolutely. So much, we can use it with uncountable nouns. All right. Number 2, many. Absolutely. So many, we can use many with countable nouns. Okay, what about a lot of? A lot of, exactly, because a lot of can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. All right. So again, many, a lot of, and much are used for big quantity. Okay, we have a lot. Okay. All right. Now some. We can use some with both countable and countable. Okay, but a lot of with a big quantity and some with a small quantity. Let's go with to see few. Absolutely. So few can be or is used with countable nouns. And the last one, little. Okay, little, yeah. Little is used with uncountable nouns. It's a quantifier that is used with uncountable nouns. Is it okay? All right, well done, guys. Let's move on to the next one. Task number 4. Fill the gap with the correct quantifier. Okay, so here we have the 6 quantifiers that we have seen previously. All right, so again, some, many, much, few, little, and a lot of. And you have to put them in the right spot. Okay, yeah. So I'll read. Egyptians used to trade with neighboring regions. Although they had pride in their developed commerce, they were able to build only ships per year. Also, a lot of goods were traded like linen and papyrus. However, they bartered a quantity of silver and gold in exchange for other merchandise that was not produced locally. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you a lot. Okay, you already know the difference between these quantifiers because we have seen it before. So again, if you need to go back, check, okay, and come back again and do the activity. For now, I'll give you like 2 minutes to think about it. Okay, so pause the video. You can write it down if you want, pen and paper as usual, and I'll see you afterwards. Now, let's check your answers. So we have these quantifiers that we have seen before. We have explained and categorized, right? That you need to put in the right spot or gap. Okay, let's start. So Egyptians used to trade with neighboring regions. You know, regions. Is it countable or uncountable? Yeah, it's countable. So with many neighboring regions. Okay. Although they had pride, and what about pride? Is it countable or uncountable? It is uncountable. That is why we are going to put much. Okay, so although they had much pride in their developed commerce, they were able to build only, only, only ships per year. Ships. They have only and then ships, ships. Yeah, can we say one ship, two ships, three ships? So absolutely. Okay, so it is countable, and that is why you're going to put just few. Okay, only few ships per year. Okay. Also, a lot of goods were traded like linen and papyrus. However, they bartered quantity of silver. What about quantity? So we have a little quantity of silver and gold in exchange for other merchandise that was not produced locally. We still have a lot. Where can we place it? In here? In here? In here or in here? What did we say about a lot? Yeah, a lot can be used either for or can be used with either countable nouns or uncountable nouns. That is why we are going to put it in here. Yeah, okay, because it replaces many as well. Okay, so Egyptians used to trade with a lot of neighboring regions, although they had what? Much. We can replace also much with a lot of, okay, because again, a lot of can be used either for or with countable nouns, 4 with uncountable nouns. Okay, so although they had a lot of pride in their developed commerce, they were able to build only few ships per year. Okay, that's fabulous. It's excellent work. All right. Now, let's see the next task. Task number 4. So look at the pictures and write few sentences using the right quantifier. So here you have to be a bit clever, okay? You have to remark and be very observant. So let's see the first image, okay? So to help you out, I put this little arrow here. So look, what are they doing? Okay, we have people here, right? What are they doing? Okay, is it a big quantity, a small quantity? I'll let you decide. Okay. Number 2, look in here. So again, we have a picture here. Look at it, take a good look at it. And then if you want, just to help you out, for me, like a little help. So look at this. So what is this? Okay? And what is that? Look at the quantity here. Yeah, you have to try to use this in a sentence. Okay, remember. Now let's go to the third one. Okay. Okay, what is this? Yeah, we've seen it before. Okay, it's a pyramid. All right, okay. So look in this picture. Do we have a lot of pyramids? Few pyramids? I'll let you decide. Okay, so take your time, look well at the pictures, and try to write sentences using the quantifiers we have used in the previous slide. Okay? All right, so I'll give you a minute to think about it, and I'll see you afterwards. Don't forget to pause the video. Okay, now let's check your answers. If you remember, we had the first picture, okay, and I told you to look at the arrow, okay, to be very observant, okay. So of course, I just want to tell you something, like the answers or the sentences I am going to give you are not like the only answers you can have. Yours, I'm sure they are equally valid. It's okay, all right, because there is no just right and wrong answer here, okay, because it's a picture and anyone can give his own idea through his own sentence or sentences. Okay, so let's see the first one. Yeah, a lot of many people build the pyramids here, okay, because these are people who build the pyramid. You see, yeah, okay, so again, we can use either a lot of or many because we said that a lot of can be used with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns, okay. All right, now let's move on to picture number 2. In this picture, if you remember, I told you to take a close look to the arrows, okay, and the quantity in this part and in that part. Let's see the answer. We can say, for example, there is little water, okay, because look at the water here in the desert, okay? The quantity is really small, yeah? So we can say there is a little water in the desert, okay? Look here, the quantity of sand here. Yeah, you know sand? Okay. So there's a lot of sand in the desert. Okay, a lot of sand in the desert. Is that okay? Now let's see the last one. Okay, so if you remember, I told you to take a look at the pyramids here. Okay, we have a lot of pyramids, some pyramids. Okay, so what can we say? My answer is the image shows few pyramids because we have only 3 here, not a lot of them. Is that okay? All right, so again, I'll remind you that these are not the final answers, okay? I'm sure yours are equally correct and equally valid. Is it okay? All right, so we have reached the end of this lesson. So I hope you get a good grasp of what quantifiers are, that you understood them really well. Again, if you feel that you haven't really understand them until this point, you can go back and check each one of the activity, and then I'm sure you will understand them well. Is that okay? All right, so we'll see you in the coming lesson.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو.